Hey there, Ospreys. Welcome back to A Slice of Sunshine.
The show where we sprinkle in some good news with your week. I'm Reese Leatherman.
I'm Kaylee Snyder, and we're finally back.
We are finally back.
We've been trying to film this all semester, and this is the first time we've even gotten this far. So.
Yes, this is true.
All right, so do you want to start us off today?
Okay. All right, so I have a story about tiny krill from space. That was the story title, but I'm calling it the Kriller Clowns from Space because I thought that was funny. So they are krill, as you know, they're like little tiny shrimp that are smaller than your pinky finger. You remember, like in Finding Nemo, the little krill that like swim away. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about. But they group in large numbers. And actually, fun little fact that if you were looking at the ocean from space and there was a bunch of krill, they would turn the ocean red. Like that's how many of them and how like impactful they are, but they're so small. But as you know, like the oceans and everything's getting warmer. Things are not going great, but it's fine.
That's not very Slice of Sunshine.
Not very, but this is the Slice of Sunshine part. There are the World Wildlife Fund, a university, and the British Antarctica Survey are joining together to make a space-based krill monitoring program because krill play a large role in monitoring the carbon cycle of the oceans. So yeah, they're working to protect them and protect their habitats as well.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, little environmental story, as
krill.
You know. Exactly.
Protect krill rights.
No matter how small.
Yeah. Do you remember in Dr. Seuss, it's like a person's a person,
oh, yeah.
no matter how small.
I was like, it sounds so familiar. Anyway, what is your first story?
So, I told you earlier that I was going to be using the stories that I had originally planned for last week. Turns out I'm actually going to be using the stories that I planned for 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So these were, which is fitting because these were supposed to be the first Slice of Sunshine stories of the semester, and now they actually are.
Yeah.
So that's why my first story is a little belated, but it's actually a Christmas-related story. It's never too late for Christmas.
I don't know. We're in February. It's a little late.
It's never too late for Christmas. Okay. It's still considered to be winter. The groundhog said so. Anyway, so a 53-year-old man named Timothy King was helping his parents with some renovations in their house and tearing down some drywall because he does that for a living. And he ended up finding an old Christmas present with his name on it. And judging by the wrapping paper, it looked like it was about 46 years old. So, of course, he asked his parents, like, hey, there's a present with my name on it. What's up with that? Mm-hmm. And they had no idea what it was. They didn't remember it at all. He opened it, and I forgot to mention, he found this, like, in the wall when he was, like, tearing a hole in the wall. He opened it, and it was a set of Matchbox Thunderjets, which were something that he said he would have loved to have gotten when he was about 6 years old. And they think what happened is that they used to hide his Christmas presents in their attic, and there was like this little gap in the attic where they think that the present fell through and kind of ended up in the wall. And they completely forgot about it. So, yeah, he got a Christmas present 46 years later. So I don't want to hear anything about February being too late for Christmas.
46 years later.
Because if he can open a Christmas present after 46 years, I can discuss a Christmas story after a couple of months.
Yes, okay, fair point.
But, yeah, he got a kind of a very, 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 very belated Christmas present.
That's so sweet, though, like, him being like, oh, yeah, I would have loved this, and then it's just like, there you go.
Yeah, now you get it anyway. Yeah, it was wrapped in, like, vintage Disney wrapping paper.
Oh, that's so cute.
And so that's kind of what they're trying to judge how old it is by. Mm-hmm. But
what would be your present that you would get 46 later? Or
46 years later. Well, I'm not 46 years
old.
Well,
I know, but you're not? What?
Well, he was about 6, so I think when I was 6, I think I was wanting, like, Littlest Pet Shop. I feel like I would find, if I were to find a Christmas present 46 years later, or, like, from back when I was 6, then I think I would probably be finding something like Littlest Pet Shop related.
Okay, that's a good one.
What about you?
Oh, Winx Club dolls. That was one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Well, my next story is not Christmas related.
Okay. I think that having 2 Christmas related stories in February would be a little much.
Okay.
Yeah.
My story is about a baby, because I thought this was an interesting story on the Good News site. So doctors performed a spinal surgery inside the womb of the mother after it was temporarily removed at 26 weeks because the baby had spina bifida? I said that wrong.
Yeah. No, you said it right. Yeah, spina bifida.
Yeah. So they did the surgery and the parents were like, you know, we can either, you know, go through it and then like the baby would be, you know, severely disabled. Mm-hmm. So they went through with the surgery. And both are thriving now. Serena is the mom and Tommy is the baby. So Tommy was born and everything's normal, but he does have like a scar on his back, which I'm kind of like is cool.
Like, yeah, that's like actually like, that's such a cool story. Like if someone asks about it, it's like, first of all, with it being on your back, I feel like it's not that noticeable. Like it's going to be covered a lot of the time, but if somebody does see it and asks about it, that's a really cool story to have.
Yeah. Well, like a superhero move, like look at this, you know.
That's his hero origin story.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that story was cool.
That's so cool. All right, well, you told me last week, I think, that you were going to leave the dog stories to me.
Yes.
Which I appreciate. So we do have a dog story this week. And that is about a 12-year-old German Shepherd named Bear, who is a retired police dog. And he was on a walk and used his doggy spidey senses to he found a man on this walk on like a hiking, it was like on a hiking trail, and he found a man who had fallen and he was stuck and he couldn't get up and he was kind of stranded there. And it says that he had fallen into like a deep brush and he couldn't move and he couldn't get out. The dog found him and led his owners to him, and it turns out the police were already looking for this guy, but the dog found him first, which is really good because there's always a chance that the police wouldn't have found him in time. Mm-hmm. But they were able to, because of this dog, they were able to rescue the man, and he's perfectly fine now. And the Bear, the German Shepherd, won the Thin Blue Paw Lifesaver Award. For like as a little award for saving his life.
Oh wow. Good for Bear.
Good for Bear. We love Bear. Sounds like a good boy.
Yes, a very good boy. And I love the name Bear. Like
it's such a cute name for a dog.
It's so cute.
Especially for a German Shepherd. I feel like that's very fitting. Mm-hmm. My cousin has a dog named Bear.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that name.
But he looks like I don't even know what kind of dog he is, but he looks like an actual bear. Like he's huge. This dog is huge.
Interesting.
He's like, he would probably like come up to this desk.
Can we bring Bear in? I mean, is that...
Bear lives in Georgia, so we'll see.
Okay, well, no dogs for today.
One day we will bring a dog onto this show.
Yeah, no one has to know.
Everyone's gonna know. It will be on the show.
Well, those are all the stories that we have for today on A Slice of Sunshine.
Remember to keep floating like a butterfly.
Or stinging like a bee.
And we'll see you next week for more good news.
Bye!